We're getting ready to leave our home-based RV park on a 5-month trip, and we won't be returning to the same space, and so we can't keep any of our stuff here like we normally do. We usually move in May to a new space and then October, but we're only going to do the October through April 30th season. And so we're doing a couple of videos. There'll be an outside preparation video, and then this one on what we do when we go on longer trips to get ready and how we handle a 5-month trip as opposed to just a short trip. This is our front bedroom, and when we are stationary, we store a lot of stuff up on countertops, and so all of that stuff has to come off of the countertops. This laundry basket here we got in Quartzsite. We had a really tall trash can that we got at Lowe's here, and it was kind of heavy to pull down every time we moved. This one doesn't have to come down, and it forces us to do laundry more often. But all of this stuff gets moved off of here and goes into baskets, which I'll show you in a little bit. And then we use our bed for storage here. Nothing has ever come off of the bed. All of that stuff there will come off of the shelves. And we can store stuff between the slide out and the bed. And this room has a lot of room on the side here when we're driving that we can store ice chests or things like that. These rugs that are the dogs and the dog bed get rolled up and put back there. Of course, all the shoes that are there have to move because there's not a lot of space once the floor comes in. And so this has been really handy to have a bed that we can use for storage. And the trash can just gets pushed back. We have to take those hats down. They always fall down. The clothes usually can stay up there. Sometimes we'll take them down, but we keep a pair of pants and a jacket always on the ready because we have a lot of fire danger out here, and we don't want to have to go searching for clothes if we have to leave in the middle of the night. This rug can stay where it is because it doesn't come in where the steps are. And in the bathroom, there's not a lot of preparation. We have some tension rods that go in the cabinet so that when we open the cabinet, stuff won't fall out on us. We have to move that soap bottle and we put it in the sink. If we don't move it, it'll fall down there between the wall and the sink, and the only way to get it out is to get a cane or something like that. All of this stuff on the floor stays okay. We take the shampoo bottles down. They haven't come down yet, but we don't want to take a chance. Sometimes we'll pull that down because it'll fall. And then we always remember to clip these doors so that the glass will not come open. And we don't put tension rods in here because there's just towels. These towels all stay up on the rack. They don't come down. And everything here has to be put in a basket. The TV is mounted in there and it won't come off. We don't put tension rods in there because we keep everything in baskets because of the mouse invasion that we had about a year ago. And for those of you who wonder why we have 2 refrigerators outside, this is our Dometic gas electric. It's bigger than our last refrigerator, but it doesn't hold a lot, especially when you've got the dog's vegetables and food that we use to make her food. And so we won't have those refrigerators available to us this summer, and so we'll be carrying our ice chests with us. The dog's bowl and the rug underneath it slide under there. Excuse the mess, we're kind of in preparation here for this trip. And for the recliners here, my husband put a tension rod between there and there. He's got some blocks in the back to keep it from moving. This is a lighter weight. We replaced our trifold sofa with this recliner, and this recliner has been extremely comfortable. I'm glad we did that. But that should keep that in place because that slide out goes right up against the fireplace, and I would hate for that glass to break. All of this stuff comes off the floor. The fans go on the bed. The rugs go underneath the table. The dog's bed goes back here, and the trash can lays on its side in the dog's bed. And like I said, all these things will come off of here. The knives, we could leave them up because that's magnetic, but my husband always wraps them up in towels and puts them in one of these drawers. None of these drawers have ever come open, so we don't have a problem there. This gets put underneath the table too. But one thing that we have had problems with is these two drawers in transit. They slide open, so he hooks them in the back with a bungee cord. All of this stuff we've got here comes off the counter. The table goes down. When the slide out comes in, it goes under there, so we can use the table for storage. Most of this stuff will ride here. We'll put baskets, many baskets as we can to hold all of this stuff. I'm sorry about the chime clock. This faucet here has a tendency to turn sometimes, and so this swings and will come off, so he puts a piece of black tape on that. Most everything can ride in the sink. This usually sits down in the sink. And back here, he's already started making some preparations here. We've got the tension rods up to keep that stuff up. There's another one that will go there. You can see we use the couch. Mostly this is storage space. The vacuum cleaner gets moved somewhere. The scale goes underneath the couch. These fans get picked up. This table folds down and the chair folds down. The slide out comes into about this point, so we can store some things along here. So this is with our rock piles and stuff like that. This stuff here gets put in baskets. The T-Mobile box gets put in a backpack back there and rides in the truck with us, so we don't have any damage. He's got the tension rod for this one already ready. We're going to buy another tension rod to replace the one we're using out there. None of this stuff here comes down. It rides okay. That rug gets moved. Our recycle bin gets moved as well. And so you can kind of see the preparation that we take. None of this really can be done until the last minute, and this is usually my job. But you can kind of see the process that we go through. We will have a video running showing what we do on the outside, so that we don't have to worry about leaving anything here. We have a storage locker about a couple miles from here, and so we put all that stuff that's out there in the storage locker. We've already been clearing space, but there is a lot of work. But when you move a lot, we're going to be moving a lot. The first month we'll be stationary in one place. We don't have very far to go, but we will be moving a lot, and so generally we keep all of these items, just leave them in the baskets and put the baskets up on the countertops, because it's just a lot of work to keep taking everything out. The picture up there, the only picture that comes down is a picture of our dog, because that has fallen down before, and we used to have an open trash can and it dropped into the trash can. I highly recommend, if you ever have mouse problems, to get one of these trash cans, because it is a good security measure to keep them out. We've done a lot of work here in mouse proofing this place, and we haven't had any problems since. Peppermint spray is your best friend, and Irish Spring bars when you have mice problems. But I will be glad to be having a 5-month break. I've just recently been having a lot of problems with allergies and my ears getting clogged, and been on prednisone because of that olive tree there. I didn't realize that olives they're flowering more this year because of all the rain we had, but that has been causing severe allergies, and we didn't discover that until we realized that when we went to Seattle for the time, I didn't have any problems, and so I'll be glad to have a little bit of a break from that. We won't be coming back to this space because we can't get them. You can see all the out in the road there, all of the olives. It's all over our concrete here, but we can't get them to do anything about that tree, and so we're picking a different spot for next time. But stay tuned. We leave next week. We'll have a lot of video content out, some reviews of RV parks, and next week we'll be running the outside video of what we've been doing outside to get ready. As promised, these are the baskets, these gray baskets that we use. We've got a whole bunch of them. They're collapsible, and these are what we use to put stuff in so that we can store them safely. We got these at Walmart, but I know they sell them everywhere else too. They're not very expensive, but I recommend that if you're going to travel. These are so convenient because there's probably about 20 of them back there that are sitting underneath the one that he's got open.